Yeah, go for it.
Welcome, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We're going with a video file here. We got a video file. I'm joined by my best friend in the whole world, Durdick. Durdick is drinking Lone Star. Picking up the action here in Game 3. The Nuggets actually are in charge, 63, Lakers 53. They've been leading pretty much the whole way through. Decided to go with the second half after missing the last game second half and not being able to call the Anthony Davis game winner. That would have been.
Oh.
I would have liked to have made that call. Would have just deadpanned it like Rondo. Davis for 3. They win.
When we go to a commercial break, you should pull it up on YouTube. You could probably do share screen.
I don't have a second thing.
Show how you would have called it.
Oh yeah, no. It would have been like, it's probably better that I didn't, I would have lost a little bit of my frame and a little bit, been kind of like that homer, but I'm not ready.
Rondo, inbounding it to AD. Oh, he shoots it up. Oh, and he makes it, the 3-pointer. Lakers win. You got KCP here with the layup, maybe like 7 seconds ahead of where you just saw that, and they're going to a commercial. Is that about right? 7 seconds? Or am I talking about more like 20?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just watching that. The dude made a layup. It's nice.
KCP, right?
Yeah, man. A lot of people don't like that guy on the internet for some reason, but man, I make shots when he's wide open. I like that.
Reddit can find a reason to dislike anything.
I guess they're mainly going up on the contract. Now, I have the 4 agreements. You know about the 4 agreements?
I don't.
Well, I've been reading the 4 agreements during the commercial breaks. It's a practical guide to personal freedom. The 4 agreements is a wisdom book by Don Miguel Ruiz. Over a decade on the New York Times bestseller list, personal growth and self-help book. It's right up your alley, too. Right up your alley, buddy. Because it talks about just basically the constructs that get put on your life that you have no control over, like because your parents do whatever, These are your beliefs. And these beliefs follow you your whole life, no matter what, even if you learn and you're educated and you've whatever exposure to the outside world you get, this stuff that's inside of you from your parents sticks with you, and you have this guilt, and it just rides you. Like Catholic guilt is the most common. I think most people don't hear about that, but I haven't even gotten to an agreement yet because there's so much in the beginning that they have to do. It's called the domestication and the dream of the planet. I like it. I got it as a kind of like a throw-in for another book that I bought called Die with Zero. I think I talked to you about that.
Yeah.
It's a poker player. That's how I know the guy, Bill Perkins. And this is like, he basically wrote your book, I think. I think he somehow got into your brain, and it's called Die with Zero, Getting All You Can from Your Money and Your Life. I haven't started it yet because I've been on the 4 agreements, but this is like experiences.
Die with Zero.
Experiences over having the money and passing it along or whatever, But I haven't really gotten into it because, like I said, 4 agreements.
Hey, that's what I always said was, everyone always said they wanted to sacrifice so that their kids could have a better life. But then their kids just sacrifice so their kids can have a better life. And at some point, the world's going to end. So at some point, someone's got to pick their spot to have that better life and go ahead and say, instead of making it to where someone else can have a better life, I'm actually going to go ahead and seize it.
Well, I mean, I would
try to just have that.
I'd like to live in a world where we're providing an environment where everybody's going to have a better life, That would be ideal.
We don't have to sacrifice, where you can have a better life and then other people can also have one.
All have a better life. Like what? I mean, we have to punt the better life to,
right?
Us with the no kids thing. I mean, geez, we could really take advantage of these experiences. We have so much more at our. Because we have these little resource suckers that are running around, gobbling up time and money.
Well, and honestly, it's where COVID is bad for people that needed that, and it kind of turns life into the Wild West for people.
So you're kind of talking about those guys who are relying on public school and daycare, right? That now have to work from home and also have the 5 kids at the house. Is that what you mean?
Like watching the screen? No, just that it's a lot of people are unsettled by it, but it kind of turns it into the Wild West. Like the world was becoming a very regulated place, and now nobody knows what's going to happen, and that's advantageous if you think of it the right way. And there's obviously disadvantages to it, but a lot of people are just like, oh no, but it's finally kind of like open again in a lot of ways.
What do you mean?
There's opportunities back.
But what opportunity are you seeing?
I think there's going to be, it's just like a big reset, economic opportunity.
Yeah, I mean,
political opportunity.
That's not the first time I heard what you just said it explicitly. A big reset, a reset. I've heard this other places, and it's like, man, if you think we're in a game and we're resetting, that's kind of cool. But I believe it's going to be better eventually. And we're like evolving. And
there's some pain to it. It's not all up. Evolving is up and down, and it just trends up.
Not everybody makes it.
And they never have.
No one ever, exactly.
It's actually a newfangled idea that everyone should have the same chance to make it. Like, it's new.
Well,
it shows how far we've come that we even have the idea that everyone should have the same chance.
I think
like it hasn't been like that ever.
This is one thing I think, but this could be like, I don't know. If we're going to do online school, why don't we get the best people to teach on the internet these things?
You can teach like 1,000 kids.
Everybody gets the same education. Yeah. Literally, there's no more, this school has all this money, this school has all this money. Everybody's getting the same thing because it's on the internet, and these are the best teachers for these subjects that we can find who will take the government job. It's a government job, so not everybody's going to want to go and do a government job, but we're going to get the best people that we can to do it. What am I missing there that doesn't make a lot of sense?
Well, you can make it more like college too, where there's like 1,000 people in the stands, and there can be avenues for there to be some interactivity, but a teacher that is like incredible and captivating can teach 1,000 kids at once instead of like 25.
Well, I mean, I think if you're streaming, I'm talking about everybody's watching the same thing everywhere. They're getting the same thing.
That's what I'm saying.
And anybody can get in there. Anybody can get in. You don't have to be a little kid. Anybody could go.
So the science class isn't just whatever science teacher your Shalom high school happened to have hired, but it is Bill Nye.
Oh, the science guy? You think he would want
Bill Nye's your science teacher. Like, if you're going to be watching somebody on a screen, why isn't it like the best science teacher you can have?
No.
And why don't you have the best history teacher you can have?
Of course.
It doesn't have to be localized at all.
I mean, you hear what we're doing, though. You hear what we're doing, though. This could never work. All the teachers are gone.
Right. But that's what was happening anyway, is the jobs were going away.
And, I mean, can we find some way as a country to utilize these resources that we now have at our fingertips? Is there not a way that we could figure out a way that put these people to work? How many people are still unemployed right now? Like 20 million? How many? I don't know. 40 million? Is that too many?
Like 10%, 9%?
35 million.
Yeah, something like that.
All right, now I gotta.
But jobs, it's a fallacy thinking about jobs as the answer. Oh, AD for 3. Oh, look great.
Hey, look at that. That looks like 10 minutes ago here. Lead's getting chopped away a little bit.
If AD was going to miss that game-winning three, it would have looked exactly like that. From the left wing, looks perfect in the air, but just somehow doesn't go in.
Yeah,
Dwight Howard tries to block at Jokic, and Jokic takes a big old fall. Are you watching that like at the same time as I? Jokic is Dwight's fourth personal on a rude out play.
I think we all know what happened here.
Oh, Jamal for three. Oh, brick. 6-point game though. Oh, LeBron wants it.
That sideline advertisement. You see that sideline advertisement?
Yeah.
It says vote.
Yeah.
It says vote.
It just says vote. Oh, that's great.
I love just seeing that. It makes me tingle a little bit just seeing the vote. I think actually I had like run this way. What do you think about this? Chelsea, she's been banging the drum louder than anybody I know.
She's been pounding the postcards, dude.
Dude, she should create like a Facebook event for October 13th, which is the first day that we can vote here in Texas. Put together an event, try to get some people to, mobilize, like get some people voting on the 13th, like we can start doing it right then. We don't have to wait.
Yep.
We don't have to wait. We don't have to wait.
And
it should still be a holiday.
Well, yeah, it should be in the future. It's a great opportunity to say.
Here's what we do, though. Just don't go. Just don't go to work and say I was voting. And if they ask why you were gone,
just vote.
Well, everybody's voting, so it took a long time to vote.
Democracy.
We can't. Come on, man. Laughable. What was it like? I mean, I'll just say 140 million votes. 140. It wasn't even that many, right? 140 million votes last time. We got 300.
Well, I don't think there were that many.
No, it was in the 60s. I'm just saying. I'm rounding up.
Exactly.
Just to be safe, just to be safe. Doesn't even seem like it's half 140.
Well, I think that, and I embrace this libertarian value of that the no votes also are a vote. If more no votes happen than votes for a party,
second, I kind of like this idea.
Then maybe no president.
Whoa.
Or whatever. I mean, you're not. If there's more no votes, then that's a vote. Like that's a vote for we don't want democracy in that sense. Like there's that many people that don't even want to vote.
Well, I'm not so
it's a problem then.
I'm not so sure that is.
I don't think
the case.
Somebody that gets like.
I never voted. Never.
But so for instance, not Trump, but Hillary Clinton. How many votes did she get? Like 60 million votes.
She gets something like that. I think it was like 65 to 63 or something like that.
So 65 million votes out of like 200.
There's a 300 something, 350, I think.
My God.
God, man.
So she would have won the presidency, and she's guiding what happens with the country, and only whatever percentage that is of the country voted for her.
328 is what I got. 328. So now I got this Google's really good, guys. You should check it out. It tells you everything you ever want to know. How many votes did Hillary get? Let's see.
Oh yeah, I've looked at that before.
What's that?
What you're looking at.
Google?
Google.com. It's a great website.
I don't even think you have to put the .coms anymore. You just type what you want in the little search browser and it's just.
What are you talking about? You don't go to the Facebook, HTTP //thefacebook.com?
It was like right about 63, 62.9. And this is one of my best and favorite things whenever certain individuals might bring up voter fraud. I just say, this is us cheating. We can't even get half the people to vote and we're cheating.
Yeah, right.
Stuff in the ballot.
Cheating's easier. Cheating's easier when we only have to mess with like tens of thousands of votes. Okay, so take it 63 million divided by the population, which you said was what?
Be writing this down.
63 million divided by.
I think it was 328.
63 divided by 328. It's gonna be like 25%.
Bye-bye. I got 19%.
Mm.
19%. That's not great. That's not great.
So,
That's what we can do.
so if 19% of the population votes for you on the high end, and Hillary Clinton's in,
you got more votes than anybody else except for Barack Obama.
but should you guide a strong policy that helps those 19% of the population and fucks over the other 81%?
No one's ever done that before, though.
Just for the people that voted for you.
No one's ever done that before. I don't think. I can't think of a time that's happened.
Certainly not openly.
Not blatant. Not
Yeah, I mean,
like,
bring me back to closed door hypocrisy, please. Where people acted like they gave a shit about the other people that didn't vote for them.
I don't know, man.
Just say that you do. All you have to do is just say it.
Getting down to the nitty gritty, we're like 6 weeks, I think, is what I saw. 6 weeks.
Less. It's 42 days.
Because today's Tuesday, right? So it's like exactly a week. I thought it was 6 weeks, but yeah, 42 days.
There's like several months in there where it's like, well, I guess 1 month where it's 31 days. Maybe 43. It's close. We should probably let the people decide what happens.
How many days to election?
It's close. It's close enough where, as I told on Justin Perminter, I've been thinking of it like the Seinfeld episode with the risk game. If you're about to cheat,
42.
You've been cheating 42 days. Yes. You've been cheating for years.
Oh, that's great. It was great. You knew right here in front of us. We're flipping the table. No, I love that.
Subway, you're about to do it, and I'm like, I'm watching you. You're about to move your troops from Ukraine, and you're about to try to take Europe with some fake troops. I see you. I see that you're about to do it. And guess what? If you do this, I'm gonna fucking throw the whole board right in your face with all the pieces, and the game's over.
You know the Ukraine's weak. Everybody knows that.
I am from the Ukraine.
Oh, the Nuggets still maintaining that 10.8?
Oh, they're hanging out. See, the Millsap, I've never been able to figure him out.
Professional basketball players, how I describe him.
Oh, LeBron. Oh. Yeah. I'm still trying to gauge where our delay is, or how much it is, if any. Did you see that LeBron shot there?
Right now, LeBron's backing him down.
Oh, great shot.
There he goes.
I think I'm like 8 seconds ahead of you.
Jab step. Oh, man.
Hard-ass Dirk shot.
He does that a lot where he does a bunch of fakes and then he just shoots it right where he stands.
In honor of Kobe.
He just shoots it and he never even dribbles. He just jab, shoot.
Jab left, jab right, jab forward, jab backward, jab forward, throw it up.
Oh. Let's see if I can.
Oh, it's getting down to it, though. I mean, not yet. It's pretty good.
Third quarter. In the first game, I really thought the Lakers ratcheted up the defensive pressure and just suffocated them in the second half. Maybe they could pull that too, but they got a little catching up to do.
When they said, so what are you going to do to try to figure out the Lakers, or at the time, it was before that, they asked Jamal Murray, what are you going to do when you have to play on Sunday? And he said, remember that? He said, we play on Sunday? We only get 1 day off? And they were like, yeah. And he was like, oh, okay. And then they went and got like lambasted in game 1. And that's what happened this game. They went to 7 and they went to Lakers and they got killed in game 1. Game 2 was close. But like they put all their energy into it and they had just been getting killed in the first game and they re-equalizing. And it's like, oh, look, we have Joker and a very confident Jamal Murray. Oh, you should look up that Jamal Murray story. It kind of faded right under it. It was perfect timing to do a little scandal.
I wasn't little, but
It wasn't little
Probably wasn't.
at all.
Probably.
I was looking at some houses today, and it was a house with a 6-inch foundation variance, 6 inches from one side to the other, and I was like, sometimes you may not be impressed by 6 inches, but in foundations, 6 inches can really make a big difference.
An extra.
I mean, to be clear, 6 inches can make a big difference.
Oh.
In the way we're talking about too.
Oh man.
If Denver rides a 10-point lead into the fourth quarter, it's gonna be something.
You didn't jump on that little juice. All right, I think we're getting. I'm gonna do one of these things where I go out and come back.
Oh boy, that's a pickle. You're about to see in about 4 seconds. It's not good.
I mean, you can tell us what happens. I'm okay with it. Oh.
Ooh. Oh no. But okay. I looked at the odds because I was gonna go ahead and put it on Nugs. I know they're gonna win one game, but I think Vegas knew they were gonna win one game, and they had been +2 like plus 270, and it was like plus 210 today. So I was like, okay, if they get down, I'll go ahead and put it on them. But they haven't been down.
No, they have not. Not tonight. But a lot of basketball to be played still in the third quarter.
Oh yeah, exactly. Oh, I'm ready with I tweaked my betting format. I used to just watch the odds, and when it got really juicy, I tried to put it in, and 80% of the time it wouldn't even work because it would be like they'd still be playing and the odds would change and they would just fuck everything up. It was always really irritating, and I made a personal rule that only bet during TV timeouts. LaCroix? I've heard of those islands.
This one is hibiscus. Hibiscus.
I don't think I've seen that. Just hibiscus?
Believe that this was a Trader Joe's special. I don't think I've seen these anywhere else except for Trader Joe's.
Just hibiscus LaCroix?
Just hibiscus LaCroix. I've got Waterloo as my top of the heap, but this hibiscus is up there. It's really good.
I don't think I've ever heard of hibiscus just with itself. I have no idea what that would taste like at all.
Delicious. I'll let you in on a little. It's good. It's really good.
I only know about hibiscus like with other stuff. Like I just don't even know what hibiscus is. How would you describe it?
Hibiscus is like a fruit or a flower, right? Fruit.
Okay.
Gotta be some sort of fruit.
Kind of like tropical fruity?
Oh. Today we're going to get education on hibiscus, kids. Let's take a look at what we've got here.
I'm ready for this. I don't know if I'm ready, but...
You're probably most likely thinking of hibiscus tea, right? That's like, I've had some hibiscus tea with my day.
Okay. I do.
But it's like tea, and then you got the hibiscus flavor with the tea, so it's not just hibiscus, it's got the tea, obviously.
Yeah, but, okay. But that's a good point. Go on.
To me, I'm telling you, it looks like a flower. It's a genus of flowering plants in the mallow family. Wish I could get the pictures. Can I get some pictures in?
Plants. Plants are one of my favorite vegetables to eat.
I've been thinking about possibly throw down a garden, Throw down a garden? I got a huge backyard that I could throw a garden in. There's already that like raised spot where the hot tub used to be, so I could probably use that as like a jumping off spot.
There's so much space.
So much.
Figure out the whole sun situation.
I'd have to have some sort of professional show me how to do anything. Basically, I have no thumb. I have no thumb. Not even no thumb.
I think I've told you this, but if like democracy really fails and we can't even be in contact with each other, I will be on the beach of Montevideo, Uruguay.
How are you gonna get out?
Working on my boat.
How are you gonna get out?
Well,
We can't even get out right now with a passport. We can't.
You can just drive.
We can't go anywhere. We can't.
But they don't.
Go anywhere.
Nobody really gives a shit unless you fly. Like if you drive or take a boat.
I'm talking about during this plague. Can you just go buy a ticket and fly to another country right now?
Fly?
Yeah. Like if I want to go to Europe, can I just go get on?
Europe? You can at least get to like the customs area.
I don't know.
And you could live there like what's his name? The
terminal.
Tom Hanks, exactly. Thank you.
I
was like embarrassed that I couldn't immediately come up with Tom Hanks. I was gonna say like the biggest movie star that we have currently.
He's up there for sure.
Tom Hanks, Leo DiCaprio, but he's much younger. But I'd say Tom Hanks.
Of all the guys available, every guy's on the deck. Anybody you can have? You have anybody
that's alive?
I mean,
that has had COVID.
I like a Robert De Niro guy, maybe possible.
No, he's in the mix, but it's like a different genre.
But I'm just talking like acting,
Oh yeah, it's just that Tom Hanks has done.
You're talking about like blockbuster movies.
Well, but he's done 10 incredibly different types of things, whereas Robert De Niro is like playing himself in various roles.
Not in the beginning though, in the original Godfather 2, I think.
I mean, Robert De Niro is like, if he was a mob boss, he would be a mob boss, and it would be awesome. And so the fact that he's an actor and he's playing a mob boss is incredible. But Tom Hanks has been like
comedy too. Comedy in there. Don't forget about the comedy. He had some comedy.
I mean, he's incredible. But it's like different when you have to act like something other than yourself.
But you assume that's himself, but you don't know the guy.
But in every role, he shows who he is, which is his strength. But it's also where like Tom Hanks doesn't do that. You don't know who Tom Hanks is.
Oh, Heat. Have you seen Heat?
I have.
Same guy, I guess. You think same guy? Heat. I mean, he's Robin, but.
Oh.
I like Heat.
I think that's a very good point.
The opposite is happening.
It's obviously not black and white, but it's just when I think about 3 random Tom Hanks movies at any point, I'm thinking of like 3 incredibly different characters.
Sure, I mean,
no matter what 3 movies I'm even thinking about.
I don't know.
Like he's been everywhere. He's great. It's actually great because he's the Catch Me If You Can of actors, Tom Hanks. And he played in Catch Me If You Can, but he wasn't the Catch Me If You Can actor. It was Leonardo DiCaprio, who is a young Tom Hanks as far as playing like every type of person in the world at some point.
Yeah. Brad Pitt, George Clooney, those guys.
Oh, Brad Pitt. I was just talking about that recently about how the Oceans 11, 12, and 13, how it's like my favorite thing that Matt Damon was the black sheep, like the 3rd most famous person. Like we can't really trust Matt Damon with any of this stuff because he's just Matt Damon. He's no A-list. And he was like having to put on a fake nose to try to prove himself. Look, I'm Matt Damon. I can fucking do this. I'm a professional actor. And Brad Pitt's like, sure, kid.
Oh, yeah, this is disappointing, honestly. Sad. Having to watch the Lakers get beat down by the Nuggets.
I looked up and it's 20 to you, but it's about to be 18.
Largest deficit of the playoffs. That's a nice little nugget.
Damn. See, that's where I did that new betting thing, and I fell for that Nuggets were going to win the last game, but it was going to be this game. But this is it. I think it's going to be 5. Ooh.
I mean, crazier things have happened, but it doesn't look good for the Lakers tonight.
Being coming back in game 3, down 20.
Well, only down 18, so that helps. You know, that looks like a semi-agile playoff rondo, maybe.
Yeah, playoff rondo is one of my favorites.
Honestly, I like that rondo.
I love watching all these Wildcats bouncing around.
It's kind of funny though, him being on the Lakers. I mean, right? A little bit, sort of.
Rondo?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And Dwight Howard, for that matter.
I mean, Dwight Howard was already on the squad before LeBron, though.
But yeah, no, you're right. I mean, the Rondo with the Celtics angle like 10 years ago, not 11, like 11 years ago.
2010, bro. It's 2010, man.
And he was playoff rondoing it then, and now he's playoff rondoing it again. I really hope it comes down to it, and he's like facilitating it. And I don't know if we've explicitly talked about this, but when he passed it in to AD for the last shot, and he kind of walks off, like doesn't clap or anything.
Perfect.
And I was just like, wow, that's weird. But I watched a couple of the interviews recently where they're like he totally understands more than ever. He didn't get signed to make millions of dollars because he's physically or anything better, or even mentally better at basketball than someone else they could have signed. He's like what the Clippers were lacking. And he's like the coach on the court that LeBron can't always be. And there was an interview where he was like, LeBron entrusted me to be the guy, and he let me have the reins. And it's like he knows he's supposed to be the super serious guy, and he's been there. He doesn't like. I'm sure he was excited, but he's like, I feel like he did it on purpose. Like, AD's, I'm gonna shoot it. He makes it nice. Let's go to the next game. And he's already thinking about it, and that's like he feels like now that's his job, and he's like embracing it so well.
Psychopath comes to mind. How you not fucking get hyped when AD drains that 3, dude? He just walked cool, calm, and collected like nothing even happened.
That's OG style, though. That is the definition of been there before.
I'm here for it all the time. It's just one.
If it was a clinching game, he goes crazy.
Finals. Maybe
as Kobe said, is the job finished?
Mm-hmm.
Is the job finished? I didn't think so. I can't even be in character for 5 seconds as Kobe doing that, but I feel like that's what was going through his head.
Yeah.
Like, oh, got it. Is the job finished though?
Is it? Well,
did I miss where the job was finished? No?
I don't know.
Okay. Then why are you asking me that? And that's where people have the downfall. And all you got to do is look at you can look at the Bucks, but you can look at the Clippers.
What about them?
Yep. Well, they didn't have that. They didn't have anybody. My favorite joke was the halftime of the Clips games.
Why though? They got Kawhi.
Kawhi's looking in PG's eyes. He's looking in everybody's eyes. Kawhi's like just looking in his eyes. Like, let's do this. It's halftime. I'm Kawhi. I'm a beast. We can do this. Let's go. And when he does that to like PG's just kind of like, you're funny. All right, let's go to play. Like he can't even understand the moment. When he was looking in Kyle Lowry's eyes, when he was looking in Fred VanVleet's eyes, Pascal, they were ready to jump through a brick wall and like literally die right then to win that one game.
They did.
And that is like a huge difference when you get into the playoffs.
Wedge.
Just having the dudes that are all down, having a bunch of dogs in Toronto as opposed to having a bunch of cats for the Clippers.
I think you're being a little bit harsh on the Clippers, honestly. They've never been to Western.
Could they have ever done it? Well, no. I mean, did you think it was ever really going to happen?
I mean, I was surprised that they lost to the Nuggets, yes.
I didn't know what was going to happen, but I didn't think they were ever really a threat.
I was very surprised that they lost a series to the Nuggets. They couldn't win one game out of 3 or whatever it was.
Well, I was really surprised by that specific thing, but I didn't think they were going to be there.
Even against,
ever.
No way. They're not gonna.
Why would they have been? Just because Kawhi had a random, when you look back, shouldn't have happened. A very fortunate run to the finals, and everyone thought he was infallible after that.
Champ, dude. He's a champ, dude. Multi-champ.
He's a champ, and he's the one champ that went to the Clippers, and he joined the chump PG and a bunch of other people that have never done anything, and they all came together to not do anything, to have a great regular season again. I don't think they can do it next year either. They're gonna have to do something. They don't have any dogs, zero dogs.
I just don't understand. They got a squad though. They got a squad.
They have a bunch of.
The man of the years coming off the bench.
They're really good on paper. Where was Lou Williams in the last 8 games?
Don't ask me, man. I didn't watch.
But that's where he was. They're a really good regular season team with Kawhi on it.
Yeah, I don't know.
PG's not the Robin that they needed.
What I think would be kind of cool is if LeBron won, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. He just kept winning them over and over and over with the Lakers. And then they're like, okay, I guess LeBron actually is kind of a big deal. And he goes on like a crazy streak. And no one's even really thinking that's a possibility. But if they're able to pull one down, then, I mean, they know they can do it. They got, LeBron and Anthony Davis. They're both pretty good at basketball, dude.
They have Anthony Davis.
That's the thing I don't understand is you saw game 2, obviously. LeBron comes out in just a killer frenzy mode, like a shark let out of a cage. Like he's going to score every time he gets the ball.
Yep.
Sometimes he doesn't do that. Why is that?
Why is that? Who doesn't do that?
Like LeBron, last game, LeBron came out like hair on fire. I'm scoring every time I get the ball. I'm going to the hole. No one's going to stop me. He had the first 10 points. It was 10 LeBron.
Yep.
It's 12. How come we can't? I mean, obviously, but.
Well, I think Jaylen Brown.
Like attack mode.
As you said, you didn't see the last game, right? When the Celtics won, Jaylen Brown came in, and there's a stat where when he scores 20 points plus, they lost 1 game basically total, and he comes out and he's going to the bucket every time, and that's not even including Marcus Morris. But what comes to mind when you're saying that is a Kobe thing when he was it was even before his last game against the Jazz, right? Remember that, obviously? The Lakers' last game, or the Kobe's last game, when he had 61 points or whatever, or 60?
He was in the 60s.
And I think it was before that game, but only a month before. And he was talking about what it's like to get to be a badass, like an incredible basketball player, and get older. And it's not that you're worse. You have all the same skills, but you just can't do it for 100 games in a year. You can do it for 20 games, gotcha. And you can pick your spot. And so that's almost what plays into me picking the Nugs to win a game, because LeBron, was he 35? 34 maybe?
We're the same age.
And he's
a rat, bro. He's a rat. I think that makes him a rat, right?
He's got to pick his spots. I have.
Right?
Oh yeah, he is.
Right?
Is he 1984?
I don't know.
I don't think it's 1984. If I had to guess, I would say 1986 is when he was born, but maybe late 1986. But he's at that age where he can still take over and still for most of them, but not all of them. When it's back to back.
That LeBron, I get real happy. When that LeBron shows up, immediately he goes to his power post move layup, gets the ball back. 84, bro. 84, bro. That time. If I would have known that, I would bet my whole house on Lakers.
Was his birthday October?
December 30th.
What 3rd?
December 30th.
December 30th. Oh, 30th. Oh my God! The latest rat. The latest rat he can possibly be.
The actual zodiac doesn't run to the calendar because it's the Chinese calendar. A little bit different. Let me pull it up here. I think I have it.
Damn, so he's
February, dude. It goes into February of next year. Year of the rat. Yep. Let me.
He's even slightly younger than you.
Hmm?
LeBron, right?
Yeah,
LeBron's slightly younger than you.
I'm October 24th. He's December 30th.
Wow. He's so much better at basketball than us.
Well, I like I like to think. Yeah, he is. He is. I think at our peak, we might be able to take him at 2K, maybe.
Oh, I think that we could have beat him handily at 2K5. Like, I
Like
think 10 out of 10 times, actually.
a freaky, yeah.
And I always like to say this, too. I think I could have, well, actually, LeBron is one of the guys that I could never have beaten at basketball. But, like, Zion Williamson, dude, I could have beaten his ass at basketball in, like, the year 2001.
Wait a second. Hold on.
He was, like, 7 or 8 years old.
Okay.
And I was, like, 18 or 19.
Right.
He was just a little kid, and I was like, I think I could beat him at 1-on-1.
Yeah.
But not like the year after that, when he was like 9 or so. I think it was about over. But maybe when he was like 7 or 8, there was some line there. It was before he was 10. At some point before he was 10, he could actually start beating me like every single time we played. But there was a time when I could beat him, even if it was when he was a baby. I'm pretty confident at some point in his life I could have beaten him at 1-on-1.
But he came out explosively though, like with some ferocity.
Like it would have been closer than I thought if he was like 3 months old and I played him.
Somehow the
Like, oh shit, I thought I was just gonna wax the floor with him.
All right, so check it
But
out.
I only won by like 4.
Year of the Rat,
Mm-hmm.
January 25th of this year to February 11th. Yep.
So he's squarely in it.
Oh yeah, we're in
So
it.
it's like a year and a month. It's like extra people get the rat year.
January 25th to February 11th.
So like only 15 days that people get the extra.
And then like 2008, it was February 7th to January 25th of 2000. Kind of a crazy little thing. I'm designing a tattoo. I think I'm going to get a tattoo.
Ooh, tell me more.
Let me see if I can find the picture. I'll text it to you. It's just it's a pretty basic drawing. I'm going to throw some of my flair on there. I think I know a guy that I play poker with that owns a tattoo shop, and he said he would do it. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's about a 50-50 chance I'll check it out and not do it. You got a tattoo, though. It was terrible.
50-50 is pretty good.
With poking
Well,
the needle.
I remember it being terrible, but as you get older, you think about it was like 20 minutes of pain
Yeah, that's
that you can localize to one spot. But what location are you thinking about getting?
That's a good question. I'm thinking like right here in this general area. Back is obviously open, but I want to be able to look at it. You know, like I don't want to
I
have.
like it. I like at least having one that you, at least the first one that you can see and enjoy. I mean, honestly, I have the Super D on my ankle.
Mm-hmm. I know that's super deep for sure.
Oh yeah, I've had it. Check it out. Oh.
You got that? I thought you were crazy, dude. I was like, why do you like what? What is it?
I've now had it for longer than I was a person before I had it. I had it at early 18 years old, and now I'm past halfway through 36.
Dude.
I've had it for 18 years, and I've enjoyed it every day. And my tattoo story is that I used to have a inferiority complex, and so I got that to where I could always keep in the front of my mind that like I exist, and like I can take up my own space.
Dude.
And like I need to. That was my tip, and that's it. I've enjoyed it all the time.
Stuff is definitely happening, dude. I mean, obviously,
Super D.
It's the year of the rat, so it was bound to happen. But by God, the chains are off. I'm kind of afraid I might fly too high and hit the sun, Icarus style, and crash into the rocks. But as long as I don't do that, if I just don't do that, everything's fine. Everything's gonna be great. But there's a chance that my wings are melting.
Dude, I thought, was it you just sent me a picture? Oh, I have it right here.
This is the base design.
Oh, I saw that. I love that. That's perfect.
Yeah, and so
The idea would be the circle would be.
Circle. So what I think I'm going to do in the circle is I'm going to do like a yin yang type thing in the circle. I'm a wood rat, so I'm going to have the rat sitting on some sort of wood thing of some kind. I'm a wood rat. Yeah. And then like a clock, I'm going to put the years around. We'll start at 1984, obviously, at the top. That'll be the noon. And then 96, 2008, 2020. If I make it to 2032, then I'll get to add to 2032, and it's 2032.
You can do it then. That's great. That's so great. During that year, you have a whole year to get the add-on.
I can make it.
That's a great idea.
Man, if I can survive. But like the colors of the rat are blue and green, so it'll be a blue and green yin yang, and figure out some way to get the numbers around there. There's a symbol, obviously the symbol of the rat there. I don't really know, but
that means rat apparently.
That's what I've got so far for my design.
Oh, it's a perfect little rat silhouette.
Probably somehow sneak my mom in there. Somehow. Figure out how to get
it. Dude. Well, I think that may be a separate tattoo even.
Nah. It's all just
there may be a way.
I think I could like put her initials like in the 2020 maybe.
Oh, yeah, or some kind of sneaky. I like that actually. Yeah, because it makes me think of like often in several walks of life, I encounter something that makes me think of Chelsea's tattoo. It's like on her shoulder, our back shoulder, and it's like the old sad tree from Charlie Brown. That was like, it's not a bad old tree. It just needs a little love. And it actually has like the quote on there around the tree, and it's like a little Christmas tree, and it's just like a little dinky tree, but it's like the tree type thing. Yeah, it's a great one.
I mean, I realized I'm pretty awesome.
Right?
I'm fucking awesome. I'm fucking great, dude. I'm great. I could be one of the best.
Yeah.
Who knows? The sky's the limit.
At least tied for it.
There's no exactly. I'm just getting started, just barely even scratching the surface. Like, I mean, it's bad sometimes because I don't sleep. I get kind of in my journals, writing stuff down. But
throwing darts.
I'm not sure, but a 12-2 run by the Lakers cuts it only down to 10.
With 8 minutes left.
Yeah. I've been tweeting. Did I ever tell you this? Might have already told you. I get these text messages from both these candidates.
I've seen it on Twitter.
I just tweet.
What about Twitter.com, right?
Is it Twitter or Tweeter?
I'm pretty sure it's Tweeter.
Tweeter.
Tweeter.com.
All right, well, yeah. The bird thing on my phone. I push the bird thing and 140 characters comes up. I don't know. But yeah, I've been they send the ridiculous stuff. Like, I mean, it's terrible, dude. The stuff they send is awful. It's so bad.
They send terrible things on both sides.
So bad, dude. It's so bad. Well, I mean, it's objectively worse on one side, I'll say. I think, possibly, maybe. You could decide which side that is for your own sake.
What used to be objectively, but now subjectively.
This was the first one up. I didn't pick this one. It was the first one in sequential order. What we got here. I'll just start with yesterday because it couldn't be that many texts just a day ago. Just one day ago.
Yeah.
First one pops in. Press Trump. I can't send this text to everyone, so I need you to act. I'm upping the stakes again. exclusive 8X match live for 1 hour. Act now. Link. I was at 5:07 p.m. and then, man, this. If you have a phone that makes sound, you're probably upset right now because at fucking 8:33 in the morning, 8:33 in the morning, 8:33 a.m.
Wait, hold on, 8x. How much did you give? If it was gonna be amplified 8x, did you give?
I'm undecided right now, so I'm not putting any of my dollars towards any candidate.
$10? $10 means 80?
I don't know how it works. It's a big fugazi, I guess. I'm not sure how it all works. I don't even want to look into it because I think it would probably make my blood boil. President Trump, this is 8:33 a.m. wake-up call. President Trump, today is National Voter Registration Day, and I want you ready to vote Trump and make America great again. Don't wait. Register now. Link. Well, okay, you got me at 8:33. I probably won't hear from him for a while. Here he comes at noon. Noon. Congrats, friend. You won the Trump Patriot of the Week. 800% match.
Wait, you got the weather of the week?
President Trump will look for your name in 1 hour. Hurry, claim now.
Oh my God.
That was 12:26. And I guess he just double fat fingered it because it came right back again. No, actually, no. I'm sorry. This is a second text. It was an add-on from the 12:26 text. President Trump, I'm ready to make America great again, but I need your support. Can we count on your vote? Request your ballot here today. I mean, gosh, that's 3. I mean, 1, 2, that's 3. Surely. Oh, I just got an email from Biden. We'll read that later.
Just now you got one?
Yeah.
Must be meant to be.
Now, at 4 o'clock today, still today, 4 o'clock, here comes another Trump. President Trump. Dems will obstruct my Supreme Court choice and unleash an open war on democracy. Short term.
Open border democracy.
8X match to raise $10 million in 24 hours. Donate. Link. And I mean, another one, dude. I actually thought that was the last one. I really thought this was the last one.
Oh, dude, check out Lakers.
Little tight, something coming up. See, just give it a little room to breathe, and
they're getting in there.
Down to 4.
They're getting in there. Dude, but remember how it was "Keep America Great" was the new slogan? Then they really backed off on that after COVID really started ravaging us.
Well,
they said, "Oh, when was America great?"
I'll get upset if we talk about slogans. Really, it triggers me. Actually, you know what? I figured out a better word than triggered. It inspired me.
Yeah.
It inspired me. Those stupid slogan hats inspired me to create a better slogan and a better hat.
Oh, really?
I believe I did. Yes, I do believe I successfully did that.
Tell me more.
Well, let me get to this last Trump tweet or text. These are all text messages.
Are they really? Just to your number.
834.
Yeah. Do you know why though? Because I'm not getting that many.
I signed up for them. Like I signed up.
Okay, from on both sides, you signed up so you could see what they. That's pretty cool. I like that.
I signed up for the mailing list for Biden. I tried to sign up for the mailing list. I tried to get on the Trump mailing list, and it seemed like I had to donate. And I was like, you lost me there, dog.
Do one of the surveys that's like, who do you think should run our country?
Lost me there, dog. Nah, dog. Ain't gonna be me.
Somebody who cares about the Constitution, or a radical left socialist communist Democrat.
I guess it's your kiss goodnight, 8:34 p.m. You got me at 8:33 a.m. and 8:34 p.m. A 12-hour barrage of text messages. President Trump and VP Prince. The Supreme Court nomination is so critical. We both texted you. 8X matching. Next 5 gifts to hit our goal. Claim now.
One of those texts was from Pence?
It was one text that says President Trump. And yeah. I mean, if you were a dummy, you might think they both text you, I guess.
But you got a text from the vice president? I was thinking about that, like, if Jesus actually did come back, would we treat it seriously? Like, if Trump actually was trying to text you and you're like, what a cheesy text, but it's him like, dude, we're trying to get the Supreme Court person through if you would just answer, and you're over there.
No.
Like if Jesus came back and it's like Chris Catrola and all we let him do is run a pie truck in Seattle, we don't actually let him be Jesus this time. But he is Jesus. But we're like, oh yeah, you're Jesus. It's like who would come back where we're like everyone's like, okay, you're Jesus.
This would be a good time for the guy to show up. You know, everyone's down, everyone's out, no one's happy. It's 2020, the year that never stops, keeps going and going and going. I call my house the COVID jail. It sucks. I mean, I have a nice house. It's a nice house, man.
And big, which is great, right?
I told you about the roommate situation, so I'm kind of like isolated in my room. I can't, and like it's kind of sad because my dogs are downstairs and seeing them.
Oh, you're in the bedroom.
Yeah,
in the upstairs bedroom.
I set up a TV in here with the Xbox, and I never have to leave. Really, I'm about to buy a mini fridge, so I really won't ever have to.
Dude, have you looked at some options? Because the one that I bought, I'm very happy with. Yeah, I had to replace the mini fridge that I got.
Who.com that you got on?
It's a stainless steel, holds a bunch of shit. Oh, it's great.
3-point game now.
I got it on that bookstore website.
Bookstore?
Yeah.
Barnes & Noble? What are we talking about?
Well, they named it. It's like
that book. You got it off that guy? Oh
no, yeah.
I got
Jeffrey.
Those guys. I got some beef with those guys today. Actually, I got some beef with those guys. I got some stuff from them, and one of my items was damaged. When you know it, I never had
Amazonian.
The bookstore that you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah.
I've never had this happen before ever. I've never had a damaged product, and this is. I mean, it's so stupid because it's gonna be. It's candles. I bought some candles. Okay. I like my room to smell good. All right. It's okay.
Yeah.
I like a nice scent in my room. All right.
I'm not gonna judge you for that.
I got a candle, and thing is deformed, and there's no wick. I can't do anything with that. Can I?
There's no wick at all?
I could not find it. I haven't
nothing you can get to?
smashed into it or anything because I want to see what they're going to say when I tell them I want a new one. They'll probably just send me a new one. They'll probably have it before I even the button. They'll be, hey, there's a candle that we know I fucked up.
I mean, it's just a bookstore, and they started selling some other items over the last couple of years.
They've really been able to do, and it's quite impressive actually, is they've dominated the cloud.
Oh yeah.
Crushed the cloud, dude.
Oh, yeah, you're right. They made the small business Amazon Web Services.
Crushed the cloud, dude. They're crushing the cloud. They used all that book money and they got a cloud.
You could say they just brought in a huge cloud, like one of those clouds that basically goes over the entire planet.
It's a sun blocking cloud for sure. Definitely.
Sun blocking is what you would call it. I would call it's filtering the sun and giving me the light that they decide should come through to me.
Now, Old Man Joe was up late. I got an email from Old Man Joe at 10:20 p.m.
That's like 6 minutes ago.
Oil. Burning the midnight oil.
Joe Biden emailed you at like 11:30 his time? I don't think so.
It says here. Oh, this is the subject line as and see, this is, I mean, as someone who just thinks about marketing, this pisses me off a little bit, actually.
Yeah.
The subject line has Trump in it. And it's like, why would you? Come on, dude. Like, I don't even want to click the email because of that. Really, I don't. I'm gonna click it.
Oh, well, what does the headline say?
The headline says Trump's Pittsburgh rally. Was Donald Trump?
They're not calling it a rally because they're not allowed to call it a rally. They're calling it a gathering or something. No, not a gathering. They're calling it something because rally is not allowed because of COVID.
They got double rally here in the email. Rally subject line, rally in the first sentence from.
Oh well, that's just like those anarchist jurisdiction opinions. Okay, go ahead though.
Biden's riled up his base in a state he won last time by just 0.72%. What we saw tonight was a president who continues to lie about his own record and resorts to insults and mocking.
Is that it?
Back to 5, it looks like. He had plenty to say about Joe Biden. Is he talking about himself in the third person now? It's weird. And it was just a peek at how low he will stoop in the coming 42 days to distort Joe's record and attack him personally. Presidents lead by example. Their actions and words matter. It's never been more clear that we are in a battle, the soul of this nation, that we cannot give Trump 4 more years. Tonight, let's send a message that we need Joe Biden, that we need a real leader in the White House. And this is where they ask for money. This is where now he's going to ask for money. That's where you come in. Can you give a donation of just $25 today so we can send a loud and clear message that it's time to defeat Donald Trump and elect Joe Biden? Let's do this.
No.
I won't be doing the $25, honestly. I won't.
Yeah, I feel like that's not.
Man, it seems like a lot of money.
Well, and maybe they should just tell you in any way what that's going to do.
Here's what I think.
Just
honestly,
be lost in the political machine.
They're all so bad. They're all so bad. They're all so bad. They are all so bad. They don't ask for votes. They ask for money, dude. How do you win? How do you win? How do you win the game, dude? How do you win the game? Is the job finished? If I get the money, you're gonna be. I sent the money, right? We're good.
They can't just ask for votes because you're either going to vote or you're not. So it's like once they have the lockdown votes, they have to ask the people that are going to give the lockdown votes for money so they can try to parlay it into more votes.
I don't know. I feel like
it wouldn't be like that if there was like campaign finance reform.
It's just a big opportunity being blown. Like, you don't need to spend money on
a bunch of them. Well, if there was a big old cap, then it would just be people running against each other. Yeah.
I didn't catch that last part.
I was just saying if there was a cap or some kind of limit where it wasn't all a money grab, you can make what you make, and it's just people running against each other for president.
Oh, that was a bit of a dagger.
Oh, I think I may be. Am I ahead of you?
I'm not sure what you're doing.
I'm reading 1:54.
Yeah, you're a little bit ahead. But the lead has been stretched out, though. So.
Yeah, 7.
Yeah. Call offensive foul there?
Yeah, right. Oh. Turns out it is. I think that's going to be a flagrant one in today's NBA.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, actually, that's the definition of an unnatural movement to Paul Millsap's face.
All right. I can't believe I told him I wasn't a life coach. I made that clear. I'm just like a mentor, confidant, a right-hand man.
Does something make you a life coach? Something that you could eventually do?
I have like a certification for that. Like I think there's like an actual thing that you get. Like
you can make the certification. Yeah, exactly. It's a made-up thing.
You get your paint and you do like a little.
Oh yeah. Somebody at some point was like, "Oh, I could sell life coach certifications."
Great life coach certification for it.
Oh yeah.
Great.
Whatever they're charging, you should charge like $5 less and give out the certification.
But yeah, I want to make sure I wasn't misrepresenting facts there. But
that is cool though. That's awesome.
I should figure out how to make it like where I get more people to talk to me, but I'm not sure exactly what I'll do. Don't know.
It's cool though because I feel like there's just so many restrictions on psychologists. Oh my God, that's it. I wish I wouldn't have blown all my money betting on Denver to win the last game because this is Jamal Murray's bill just from way downtown.
That was near the logo.
Jamal Murray, man. What a beast. Oh, he's dancing. They deserve to win one. It would have been a travesty if they would have gotten swept after all that.
I mean, I think you're looking at it with some rose-colored glasses, honestly. Buzzer beater.
From who's Lakers? Like as far as like it's closer than I'm saying.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It is. It's a lot closer because it was a buzzer beater that they needed to take it. Denver would have won if they hadn't. It would be 2-1 Denver.
Yeah. Yeah. After this,
Yeah. If they're this beatdown, it's a beatdown.
because yeah, you're totally right. It's the same way that Celtics, like, it's crazy how much even I'll watch the games and go, Heater up 2-0, they're playing so well. It's pretty much over. And then Celtics win one, and you go, okay, now they've had a 10-point lead in 3 games in a row, and they look like they were ahead in all the games. Suddenly, I'm thinking, Celtics are going to end up winning the series.
There's no home court. The crowds.
At all. They're just playing.
Exactly. How does that play into things, you think?
Well, now Celtics, it doesn't matter about home court. Celtics only have to win one more game than they lose.
Right.
I think they're going to do it. Even though I am rooting for Heat, exactly. I feel like Celtics are just going to do it now.
Classic.
And it's going to be
reverse jinx guy. Classic reverse jinx guy here. Saying the Celtics are going to do it. So
but it's 2-1, and it's about what we're about to say on this. Like, oh, well, now it's only 2-1, and Denver was right there on the other one, obviously.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
It's cool to have 2-2-1 games, though.
Should be interesting. The 3-1 death curse. If the Lakers go up 3-1, then they'll lose, right? Because the Nuggets just beat everybody when they go down 3-1.
By definition.
So they better win the game. The next game, so it's 2-2. That's not 3-1.
Never has it ever been so volatile as it is now, where 3-1, like you can imagine it more than you ever could before.
Yeah, being in the bubble, I think, is what helps that too.
Yeah, well, now it's like, 3-1? So you're saying if we win the next one, then we're only one away from only having to win one?
Yeah. We just run it back right now. Y'all we good? Y'all want to run it back right now? No one has next. Nobody's got next in the bubble here. We just
triple header
right
now. Y'all have a chance to beat us to 30, and if we do it 3 times before y'all do it once, then we win. That's it. It's the bubble.
I like it, honestly. I really do.
Oh, it's great.
What I love most about the bubble is the day basketball. We had day games. There'd be a day game on, dude. Like, what? Day basketball.
When there's zero, like, trepidation about watching it. They're all in the bubble. It's so responsible. There were not injuries like there had been in the NFL.
Injuries in the NFL, oh my God. It was like a MASH unit last week.
I saw that like 2 days ago even.
Ambulance, if you played Madden, and when they used to have the ambulances, it's like ambulance on field after every play. Big people too, guys you don't want to see go down, you know?
I was gonna say like 7 A-level players. Like 7 of them. There's a bunch.
I don't know about all that, but the 2 that I saw were Barkley and McCaffrey. Those were the 2 I saw. That I think those are
Bosa?
Really. Huh?
Bosa? Out.
Yeah.
For ACL.
One of the Bosas is out, right? There's 2.
Yep. Well, yeah.
Double Bosa?
The San Francisco Bosa, the Trumper Bosa is out with ACL. That's the 49ers Bosa.
You live in San Francisco, and then how is that even possible?
That he's a Trumper?
Yeah, like, you're in San Francisco.
They just drafted him though from Ohio State.
Once you go out there, you're like, well, it's better out here than fucking bumfuck Ohio or wherever the fuck.
Yeah, and this is nice. They're always saying that like California sucks, but it's awesome. It's awesome, except for the one time it may fall into the ocean.
I can claim another state as my primary residence, so I don't have to pay this giant tax bill, right? So I can get someone to do that for me?
Yeah. Oh, you can figure it out. Especially if you have a team of lawyers. Damn, what a drubbing.
I think you just need one, probably, honestly, on a team. I mean, it's good to have a team, you know, because you're going to have different specialties. You know, you got to have your business guy, you got to have your criminal guy. You can't all be a guy.
Yeah.
Real estate guy, you know, real estate guy.
Well, it's like the NBA. You have to have the enforcer, and like when you're the Clippers, the enforcer has to be one of your top like 3 or 4 players. You can't have the enforcers be like your other schlubs.
Crashing this dead horse Clippers. They're so dead, dude, and you're just keep beating them with the drum. We hate the Clippers, dude.
It's tough to turn it off because I was ragging on PG for 2 months before he finally collapsed all the way. I was like, he's collapsing, and he knew it. Everyone saw it, and he couldn't stop it. And then he was hitting the side of the backboard in the last game, and it was even worse than him just watching Russell Westbrook shoot like 11 of 41 and just passing it to him over and over again. It was actually worse.
I can't quit Russ. I can't quit him. I can't quit him.
Oh, he's awesome, dude.
Can't quit him.
He's awesome. He's great to be a fan of. That's that thing where, what do you do with him when it's the playoffs? Like, are you thinking he's going to win you 12 games in the playoffs when they're guarding him all the time and he can't just run in there and you get a layup enough to get you through 12 games?
I think he's a solid number 2 guy. If you're a good number 1 guy, it's a good number 2 guy, really good number 2 guy, right? One of the best number 2 guys you could have, I think.
He's an energy guy, but he's so terrible at. Reminds me of what was it, Kelly from The Office? He has so many good traits, but the one that he may want to work on is shooting.
Yeah.
If he can't shoot, then no matter what he is, it's going to be tough in the playoffs.
What do you? I mean, obviously 3-pointers. He's historically bad at 3-pointers.
Mid-range too.
No, should not be shooting threes.
Mid-range too.
No threes.
He may as well be Ben Simmons when it's the playoffs. It doesn't matter. You're just letting him shoot, and when he drives in, he's only 6'3".
All right. He's a terrible shooter, so I gotta see what these terrible shooting stats look like. I gotta know.
And especially look in the playoffs.
Oh my gosh.
Because that's when everything changes. They're guarding him on every play.
I gotta use the actual basketballreference.com, man. They have the split.
Oh, good.
Let's see here. I especially want it to be Lakers Celtics, so we could do one of these and have John on. I think that would be just classic.
John Lucas?
3-man weave. John Keenan.
Oh, John. Oh, my God. He's a Celtics fan.
Celtics fan.
That would be so great.
A great little 3-man weave.
And we could also talk about Hero and the Heat, about how he gave him trouble.
Dude.
At 20 years old, after that minorly acid-induced Hero extravaganza about 18 months ago.
Man, dude.
One of my favorite memories ever.
And we went to watch Michael Jackson, right?
Directly after that.
Nice.
After not only a comeback, but the old Hero wants to cover, not just win.
That was another Houston, wasn't it? Was that nice?
Yeah, it was Houston.
Nails that 3, and then he gets the free throws to clinch it.
He made the 3, and he made the free throws to clinch the cover.
Yep, he sure
did. Michael Jackson was.
I mean,
I would say truly incredible.
Damn, dude. Russell Westbrook is truly incredible. 2-time scoring champ. He led the league in scoring 2 times. I didn't know that. Did you know that? I didn't know that. 2-time scoring champ.
I don't think I would have known that.
And 2-time assist champ.
Separate years?
I didn't look.
Must be, though. Yeah.
Here we go. Let's see here. Now we're looking for the playoff stats here. Playoff shooting is probably the only one. Playoff shooting.
That's a good one.
Have you ever messed around this basketballreference.com?
Yeah.
Pretty amazing.
Not even close with this specific thing, but.
So, he comes out the gate. I mean, what are we looking at? Field goal percentage, or which one should I look at to determine the terrible shooter that he is? Field goal percentage?
Well, I would say if you could harness my specific memories of him, of PG being there and just passing to him and him just continuing to chuck it up. And then also this year, him continuing to just chuck it up and just missing. I feel like he would miss like almost every single time I watch him shoot.
What?
Unless he gets a layup, he misses, is what it feels like.
As terrible field goal percentage for him. What would a terrible field goal percentage be? 4.
It would be like 40%.
All right.
A terrible one would be like 35%. It would be like from 2, 35%.
So he gets all the layups. All those are layups too. All the layups are there. So I'm seeing if I can.
Most of the layups go in, right?
You know what I mean, though. Like it doesn't count.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to see if I can get his.
Well, and Russell Westbrook.
Dude, he dime. But Wilson threw it. The last touchdown pass where he lofted it and it was getting smashed. And it was like the perfect throw. The guy was wide open. It was like, whoa.
Yeah, it was Chris Carson, right?
I think Bill Belichick. He left. He was like, this is just a regular season game. Cam, just try to run it in, dude. I'm not gonna call my best play here.
Yeah.
I run it in. If we get it in, we're 1-1. Who cares?
Yeah, exactly. And then if I see you in a similar situation in the playoffs, you don't know what I'm gonna do.
Same thing, but I'm gonna do something different.
Exactly.
That's what But I mean, that's stupid, right?
I don't think so. That's the way I think about. I mean, I think the Patriots have done that before, but that's the way I think about basketball. The playoffs are so much different than regular season, and everyone always just freaks out in the regular season based on how it goes. And it's like in the regular season, half the time you're playing somebody that's below average. In the playoffs, you're always playing somebody that's above average, and it's a huge difference that I think a lot of people discount.
Yeah, I mean, everything ratchets up, and like most of the time, what you see in the NBA is teams kind of like take a little progression. They eat a little bit of the playoffs, they lose, and they come back and they eat a little more, and maybe they lose again, or they go all the way, But they usually have to taste defeat. They don't usually win straight away.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because like game, like you say, that's.
But like Bucks and Clippers.
I mean,
all season I was just like, Bucks and Clippers haven't done anything. Like, what is this that's making people think they're going to do something?
Keep killing these Clippers.
But I said Bucks too. Like Bucks was the real media darling team, and I was like, but what makes you think they can win? Like, can you actually imagine the games where they win 4 out of 7 games against one of these top teams? Like, how would that look? That would look like Giannis just dunking on everybody. You think they're just going to let him go and dunk on everybody?
So
it's not how it works.
Funny thing I saw during the regular season about Giannis. They lead the segment by saying he's scoring more points in the paint than anyone since Shaq. He owns the paint. That's how they start the segment. They're talking about how dominant he is in the paint. And then they quickly transition to he can't shoot threes. And they're like, what the fuck? Like, his three-point shooting is not great. And I'm like, well, he has like all the points that Shaq couldn't even put a three-pointer up. Like,
yeah, he's like a 4 or 5.
I'm like, wait, and like when they finally break down the numbers, he's actually shooting like probably better than Westbrook.
Yeah, like in the 30s for threes. Like he's making them. Yeah.
His catch and shoot was just on par with everybody else's catch and shoot.
Yeah.
So he didn't have to dribble. He's still pretty potent.
Yeah.
He's always dribbling because he's gonna let him be wide open to catch and shoot.
Yeah, he can take a little step if he wants.
Dang it. I can't really get these Westbrook shooting stats.
But Giannis,
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine though, Giannis in like the Draymond type position is like a point center instead of bringing it up in the playoffs when it really matters. Like you run plays and you end up giving it to Giannis in the lane. If Giannis has it in the lane, he's a dribble away from dunking at any point. And so if you don't just like you have Giannis bringing it up still, and it's the playoffs, like bringing it up and just trying to go take 2 dribbles and dunk on people, and that didn't work in the playoffs anymore at all. Like it's never going to work.
Has that strategy ever really worked though?
No. It works great. Well, it works great in the regular season. You're going against the schlub teams, and he's just dunking all over them, and it's fucking awesome. Then you get to the playoffs, and they're like always there every single time he tries to do that, and it's like maybe you should look at him in the high post. Giannis is the perfect high post guy.
God, I found the field goal by distance, and it's not very. I don't even know if I should say that.
Field goal by distance, you say? Like 3?
Starts out with layup. Like his layups are.
He makes most of them.
Pretty good at the layup, 78%.
Once he gets there. You say 78?
78% when he gets the layup.
Still.
I don't know how that's determined. Like, I don't know if they're like we're wide open.
Yeah.
It has to be.
Or fouls count.
It has to be
Yeah.
Make 100%.
Anyway. And actually, I'm a little embarrassed to admit that I don't really know if it counts as a field goal attempt if you got fouled in this.
Oh, definitely does. If you you mean if it goes in, or if you just
if it doesn't go in? Exactly. If it doesn't,
then I think you get the good guy. They don't count it against you if you get fouled.
It's a win tie. If you got fouled, it's a win tie.
If it goes in, but you don't get penalized if it doesn't. That's
Doesn't count as a field goal attempt. But yeah, I don't know, but okay. 78% is pretty good for layups, though. It's a lot of them.
It gets nasty quickly here as we go 0 to 3 foot, 31%. 0 to 3.
0 to 3.
31%.
How?
3 to 10. Now 3 to 10. 3 to 10.
It'd be higher than 31% though.
3. No. Yeah, 3 foot, 10 foot. 0.114, 11%. In the playoffs now. We're talking about playoffs.
11?
I mean, I don't know how many attempts we're looking at here for all these,
It doesn't matter. I know it's more than like 100.
Yeah, I don't.
He's been in the playoffs a lot.
It's not great. We get down to 10 to 16 foot. Actually increases from the 11 to 16. 16%.
By God.
16.
This is career stats.
Playoff shooting. I'm talking
about playoff career. Like
this is like his exactly career. Like he might have a year where he's a little bit better, but these are his average.
Yeah. Okay.
And we get out to 16 foot to the line, 18%. So it went from 11 to 16, 18. So we're seeing some improvement there. And,
what about half court?
Going to three-pointer now. Going to three-pointer, and we're looking at a solid 22% from 3.
My God. It's way worse than I thought.
I think your moniker was pretty much accurate.
But empirical data shows me that every time he shot, I was like, he ain't gonna make that. And then he like pretty much never did. He only did like 18% of the time he would make it sometimes.
What I would like to happen is I would like Daryl Morey to put together the Godfather package and send everything they got to Brooklyn for KD, and then just have Russ, KD, and Harden on the team. See if they could do anything. I bet those 3 guys could probably put up some points.
That's a whole nother thing because you got Kyrie and KD on the same team. It's like they're either gonna like win the East or they won't even be on the team by the time the playoffs start next year. So you're gonna be one of those two things because they're both highly problematic and just really talented, but they're at the same kind of players, kind of like trolls.
You think they're trolls?
KD and Kyrie, like they have issues. Like they're not.
I just don't pay that much attention. What are they doing?
Well, KD's like always had a problem with getting on social media and responding to every hater, and he's like oddly been never close to as confident as he should be for how he's like a 6'11" shooting guard basically.
Those what do they call them? Like those things that get indoctrinated into you. Like that's like his. Yeah, like
exactly.
Agreement. It's like he has something
like a complex,
something got him.
Yeah,
got him. Maybe it was whenever he couldn't bench press 135. I don't know. Maybe that's when it started. I'm not sure. I don't know.
I feel like it was before that somehow.
No, man, I feel like
it was something.
I felt like at UT, he was like, I thought he had a little bit. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I thought he was pretty ferocious at UT.
Well, he still had what? 2 draft pick?
Didn't go to the Sweet 16 or anything, but
Yeah, but it was like but he was clearly really good.
That was Rick Barnes.
Rick Barnes.
Although now Rick Barnes is kind of getting the last laugh. Tennessee resurgence, honestly. He kind of is. Really kind of.
Well, and Texas hasn't done anything.
Nothing.
At all. And they were good. Reminds me of an old Mac Brown situation, kind of.
Situation.
No need to get into that too far, but and a Greg Davis for that matter.
Situation. It all started with a Jimmy Cousins situation.
If you think about the best like 2 or 3 offensive years you've ever seen in UT football for sure, but a couple of them that the best in college football history.
Get him out of here. We won 9.
All headed up by Greg Davis.
Get Greg Davis. Pitchforks out. We won 9 games instead of 10, and we didn't go to a BCS bowl.
Greg Davis makes a whole offense for VY and then creates an entirely opposite offense for Colt McCoy.
They got rid of him, though. They didn't like him. He wasn't good enough.
Because he couldn't figure something out for old Garrett Gilbert to make it 3 for.
I actually worked with his brother for a short period of time. And I didn't know this, but his dad was a backup quarterback in the NFL.
Bills.
Yeah, I think he was exactly on the Bills team that lost all the Super Bowls. He actually
never won a Super Bowl.
He actually lost 5 in a row. He lost the 4 with the Bills, and he went to the other team. And then next year he lost 5 in a row.
He was like the bad luck thing. But then Garrett Gilbert wins the Super Bowl like his maybe his rookie year.
On the Patriots bench. Hey Tom, thank you for the boom. Hey Dad, look at this. Dad, look at it.
I'm trying to remember what that was where I saw somebody sell the ring that was like dubious recently.
What?
Where somebody either had a Super Bowl or an NBA championship ring, and it was like, I can't count this as mine. Like I didn't earn it.
The guy I think of immediately. I mean, this is great for me because I'm a Cowboys guy, but Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz.
What was that story? Did he get one?
Carson Wentz has a ring because Nick Foles won the Super Bowl.
Because he was hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
But Carson got that ring, though.
That isn't what I was thinking about, but that's exactly the same situation. Like if you're Carson Wentz and you haven't won a Super Bowl before and you get a Super Bowl ring for that, and you're like, what am I going to display this in my house?
Definitely. Set up a mantle.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I probably would. But it's like, I really want to win one where like I was playing.
You were there in spirit. Thought you were.
And then if you retire, then maybe that one means more, but while you're playing, it's like, I want to try to win a real one. Like that didn't seem real when you didn't even play the playoffs.
In the NBA situation, it was Tracy McGrady had never won a playoff series, and then he got injured, and they won the playoff series. And he's playing I think that happened on the Rockets.
I think that's right. It's one of those few things where I get chills when I watch that Tracy McGrady a crazy comeback against the Spurs.
Oh, where he had his little Reggie Miller moment?
Well, like he had like 3 Reggie Miller moments, I would say, or like 2.5 in the last 60 seconds. You watch that when we get off of here again because it's so good. They're down like something like double digits with like a minute, and he makes a 3, and then he goes and he pump fakes. Like he makes the 3, right? They go down, they get a rebound. He comes back, he pump fakes, and like Duncan jumps, and he jumps up, and Duncan hits him, and he shoots it, and he makes a 3 again and gets fouled. Gets the 4-point play. And I think there may even be another 3-pointer in there. Seriously. And then Bruce Bowen is going through, gets stripped, and he gets it, and there's like 7 seconds left, and they're down by like 2. And he dribbles, and just pulls up, and is like no doubt the whole time. Swack, another 3, and everyone's just like, it was just like 11 points. And now we win. Oh, and just watching people's reaction.
Spurs is the best. I mean, those are the ones you want to
All of the reactions are so good on that game.
The thing I liked about the playoffs this year, it was so quiet. So quiet. So nice and quiet. To not have to hear anything about anybody going anywhere or being themselves and going anywhere. None of that.
Just squeaky shoes. Oh, and I called that before because some people were like, it's going to be weird. And I was like, some of the best basketball players in the world just like open gym.
Yeah.
But you're just like watching it.
I think they should just keep it like this. But I know they can't, but they can. But they can sort of, but they can't.
Well, the good news is there's not even a whisper of anyone really trying to do anything about this whole COVID situation.
Well,
so it should last us for a good couple of years.
I've come up with a theory, and this is a theory on the COVID. We have all these asymptomatic people that are walking around zombies with no symptoms, right? Or at least we've been told that, right?
Yeah.
Someone said, well, if it's an airborne thing, when it gets cold, it's going to come out of your mouth, it's going to freeze, you're going to die. I said, it's going to mutate, and the cold is going to activate the virus in all those asymptomatic people, and now they're going to be sick. Because the virus can't die. It's not.
I like the way you think.
It's going to be like, everyone's going to be like, what? Oh, why are all these people sick? What's happening? And they're like, we didn't even have any symptoms, and then we, boom, got cold. That would suck, right? That would be like
magnified.
That would
the cold magnifies it.
Well, I mean, it really showed how many people were really sick. Which kind of sucks.
If like all the asymptomatic people got sick, it would be.
Well, I mean, yeah.
More like the Stand.
Oh God.
Have you seen that?
It's like a book that's like this big. Yeah.
Oh, it's a movie too, or it's actually like 5 VHS tapes.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah. I remember The Stand. It was terrible. I hated it. Did you like what? Did you like it? I didn't like it.
Well, I just remember watching it with Mom and Jim over like a Christmas break because we rented all the VHS tapes from like Hollywood Video and watched them all, and I thought it was pretty awesome. I always loved stories where everything's gone to shit and you have to figure out how to make it.
Dude, I came up with the saga to end all sagas. We're on the third rock from the sun, right? Third rock from the sun. We're on Earth. And my hypothesis, my way I'm going to script this out is life started at the very end at Pluto. And when Pluto blows up or is no longer habitable, the life that survives travels
to the next planet.
And it goes from that one to Neptune, and then it keeps going in. So we're going from Earth, and when the Earth blows up, it's going to go to was it Mercury next to us? Anyway,
Venus.
That was Mercury.
Venus.
I don't know. I'll have to do some more astrology. I have the diagram. I'll make sure.
Pretty sure Mercury's first.
I got Pluto all
to the sun.
I already wrote like a little storyboard for how Pluto's going to be, and every different planet is going to have like a different life form. It's not always going to be us humans. It could be anything, right? It could just be the thing that happened to evolve the best that time. They'll have different things.
Evolution.
Each different planet will be a different world, have different environment, different characters. I don't know, but that's my.
I think that's a cool idea.
And you can have
a 9-part series.
You have a book for each planet, basically. That's what.
And by the time you get to the third to last one, it's Earth, and everyone's like, "Ooh."
Well, no, it's
how's this one end?
Be kind of like you're always going to be quick cutting to Earth, and like kind of like the way that I have Pluto going down is Pluto. They find all the plutonium in the universe on Pluto. All the plutonium in the universe on Pluto. They don't even know what plutonium is when they find it. They're not even sure what it is. They're like, "What is this? We don't know. We should do something." But they're like cavemen. They're the first beings. They're like, "We should do something," and they're like, "Well, we don't know what's going to happen." There's like scientists that's trying to tell them like, "Guys, we don't know what's going to happen. Anything can happen." And like the big musclehead dude is going to be the one that ruins it. Spoiler alert, guys. There's a big muscly dude who finds all the plutonium. He's like, "I find plutonium. I do what I want." And he fucking blows up all the plutonium, and the planet just explodes, right? And then it's going to be like a cutaway to like us on Earth talking about the atom bomb. Like, well, we should definitely do it, right? And then like, well, we don't know what's going to happen. Well, we should be good though, right? We're not really sure. Should we unleash it? Let's just do it in the desert. We'll just do a couple in the desert, see what happens. We should be all right though, right? I got some calculations over here. I don't know. We don't really know. It's an atom bomb here. The same exact thing that happened to stupid plutonium. We didn't even really evolve. We just got lucky, dude. We could have been gone, dude.
Every planet, it's like the whole history leading up to them trying something and then go to the next planet because they ended it.
It will always be like the planet exploding, like, you can have like a meteor, or you can have pretty much anything because I'm writing it, like some sort of plague that takes them down. Earth, obviously, I mean, they elect this reality star TV show character, like a pompous asshole. Like no one likes this guy, and they elect him, right? And like he becomes the president now, and like America just goes straight in the shitter, and there's a big war breaks out. They find this weapon. They don't know what it does. It's like alien technology. And I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen to Earth, but I hope.
Me neither.
I hope we don't have to see it in Earth.
I don't know.
I saw like
not having kids. I feel like it would be most appropriate if I got to witness it.
Well, I'm not exactly treating myself like I want to live forever, but I do actually want to try to live forever.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try.
I'm gonna do my best. I think if we were really cavemen, we would just be chilling in our caves, and everybody would be like, "Don't go outside. They will eat you if you go outside." And they'll be like this dumb masked fucker. He's like, "No, I'm going outside because it's my right to go outside." And as soon as he goes outside, there's like a big monster that just eats him. Got him. If a big ass monster was eating you, you would not be going outside and saying, "I got rights." You would just be like, "God, oh, it is a monster." Once it gets in your lungs and kills you.
If there's three wolves, if you try to go outside and there's 3 wolves waiting outside, they eat you. They eat your titties.
One wolf. Come on. What? 3 wolves. 3 wolves. 1 wolf. A cub probably. Take me down, dude.
Dude, I have a homework assignment for you. If you have seen it, then just the music video by Lil Dicky called featuring Brain.
Dude, shut up, dude.
Pillow Talk is what it's called. It's a 10-minute long YouTube video. Have you seen that?
Brain. You said Brain.
What was that?
I'm talking about Brain.
It's featuring Lil Dicky's Brain, who comes up with all the rhymes and stuff.
Oh! It's like his brain is.
Brain's on the crazy shit. Like the Brain comes in and he has his own raps. Like Brain actually runs it. Lil Dicky's just there, but the Brain comes on through. Have you not ever seen Pillow Talk?
Dude, I don't even know what you're talking about. But let me.
Oh my god.
Let me pull this up. I'm gonna read something to you because it's kind of like when you say this, because you said I those things I sent you kind of sound like him, and I did watch. Was it Dave? Is that the phone?
The show? Yeah. He only rapped in like 2 episodes, like really rapped in 2 episodes.
Yeah,
there's all kinds of awesome shit about him on YouTube.
He is in there. So I can't say, but I'm not like impersonating him or anything like that.
Well, exactly.
This is what I wrote. Let me see here. Come on now.
You should check out the freestyles on Sway in the Morning. He's got 2 freestyles where they just drop a beat and he just tries to freestyle.
I found it. Subject line is, "Hey, can you help me?" And I'm going to open up the email here now. Come on, don't do that to me. You gonna do that to me? Is that going to do me? Come on. I mean, what's... I'll look. Wait. I'm about to read.
No.
Oh, I was, for a little while, I was replying to all of the Biden emails. That was taxing. There's a lot of them. So
Biden is the Biden we need right now.
Dude, you said it best. The vanilla candidate.
What was that?
Vanilla candidate. The vanilla man.
Oh yeah, the 77 overall we all need right now.
Dude. All right, so here we go. I wrote an email, and subject line is, "Hey, can you help me? I want to ensure that my shit is catchy. I can't make no beat, but with my mind and my voice, I think we'll all eat. I know y'all ain't hungry, but is there a hole in your soul yearning for more than just a house with I don't even know how many floors? If I enter the gang, I'll need a new name. My suggestion, the Brain."
Brain.
And I wrote that.
Brain.
You know who I wrote that to? You'll never. I mean, it's to Migos. I wrote that to Migos.
Brain on some other shit.
But that's when you said that. That's why. Like, come on, man. I came up with my nickname as the Brain, and now you're telling me there's already a Brain out there. God dang it.
But he's just featured. It's Lil Dicky featuring his Brain.
Yeah.
Damn, that's pretty. But I'm gonna send you a link because literally it's a music. I'm only gonna send you one. Like, I'll show Restraint. It's a 10-minute long music video. It's bizarre, and it's incredible because there's like 5 different segments in it. Like, it's the basis of it, the very TDLR version. Too long, didn't read. TLDR.
TLDR, bro.
Is that this dude? Yeah, exactly. Is that this dude like sleeps with this girl? He didn't know, and then like she decides to sleep over, and they start chatting, and he just like gets effortlessly deep with her about like the meaning of life and stuff in a 10-minute long music video. But the music video is very well done, and then at some point, at the right time, he invokes his brain. He's like, brain, because they start talking about religion. And she starts like, she's religious, and he's like, oh, you religious, bitch? And then he's like, brain, come in here and tell us the reason. And the brain like strolls in this like, it's like, brain. It like strolls in the room, and they're like in bed, and the brain starts rolling up to the bed, and it's like all, and it's like gloating. He's like, brain, can you like get to the point? And the brain's like, oh, okay, brain on some other shit. And the brain shows up in some of his songs, but
Nice,
Lil Dicky, you may be a spirit animal.
Dude,
in some ways.
I don't know. I'm doing my thing. He's obviously doing his thing. If there are 2 things collided, I wouldn't be opposed to it, I don't think, necessarily. Pretty cool. But game's over. Can't believe we got a loss there. Got a loss. First loss on the recording of the commentary. Oh well.
Game 3.
Can't win them all.
I couldn't really imagine them getting swept, and I really couldn't imagine the Nugs being down 3-0 and like winning game 4.
Yeah.
Had to be today.
Had to be. Oh man.
I think that's it though.
Sign off for the night. Fantasy football. Tits are in trouble. What's going on with the Tits? What's up with the Tits?
With who?
Tits. The Tits. The Tits. The Titans.
Oh, the Tits? Oh, well, I lost. I'm still number 1 in points, and I only dropped from 1st to 3rd by being 1-1.
Oh my gosh.
I'm 1st in points.
Aren't the other league, the stupid
other the Tits, I had like 80 points.
Titans.
Carson Wentz.
Oh god.
Is a chump.
Oh my gosh. I'm starting him. I shouldn't do that, I guess. Now that I think about it. But he was the cheapest starter available. Carson Wentz.
Which makes sense. Like the original Tits in 2009, when I won back-to-back championships, it was because I realized no one else really did. They were going off of the rankings, where quarterback passing touchdowns are worth 4, but our league, they were worth 6, and that's what happened here. And so in this Tits league, passing touchdowns are worth 6.
Yeah.
So like Mahomes is at a great thing. If you could get like Brady when he had Randy Moss, that would be really good too.
Yeah.
I got Russell Wilson in like the 6th round, and I added him, and I have a squad. Yeah, I think this is the Tits year. I think I'm gonna get second place for the 3rd year in a row this year.
Wait, you got second 2 times in a row? So
yeah.
Over here, that's nice.
So I'm going for second again. I think I can do it 3 times in a row.
I think you should shoot for first at least. Give yourself a chance.
If I get to the Super Bowl, I'll just bench all my guys. I really want to see if I can get second place 3 times in a row. I don't know if anyone's ever done that.
Well, the Bills did it 4 times in a row.
Everyone's trying to go for a championship. Oh, you're right. Damn. Maybe I could go for Bills. Do you think I could do it 4 times in a row?
I mean, in order to do that, you got to do 3, right? So you're up to 2, right? You got to do 3. And But what you should do if you get there is negotiate a chop with the money, so that way you guarantee you some money.
And go, "Hi, sucker! I only get second place.
Yeah.
I'm one of those regular season heroes. Haven't you heard of those guys?"
Well, I mean, the Super Bowl, so you got to win the playoffs.
Deep into the playoffs.
All right. I'm gonna call it.
Good times, sir.
It'll be on the internet sometime.
Cool, I'm ready.
It takes a long time. It's probably gonna be the biggest file yet, because it's a video.
I'm ready to make my call. I called Nugs.
You called Nugs tonight? You called Nugs?
Early, super early.
All right, well, SportGuy signing off here, and we'll see you next time. I can just